This week on Inside Boulder News, new chief of police takes the helm. Rescue workers from the September flood are celebrated at Boulder's Airport Day.
Thank you, James.
Much needed flood repairs will begin on Flagstaff Road, and the city urges community members to protect themselves from the West Nile virus. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Ashley Prill. City Manager Jane Brodigam announced this week that interim police chief Greg Testa has been chosen as Boulder's new chief of police. He is replacing Mark Beckner, who retired on April 1st. Testa has worked with the Boulder Police Department for 27 years and has served as an officer, detective, sergeant commander, SWAT commander, deputy chief, and interim police chief. He assumes his role as Boulder Police Chief immediately. The Colorado National Guard and U.S. Army crews that evacuated more than 1,200 people during the September 2013 flood were honored last weekend at Boulder's 8th Airport Day. During the flooding, Boulder's Municipal Airport provided a safe, close location for the crews to operate from.
This is where our community was coming to. They didn't have a way to get out phone or communication to let people know that this is where they were going to end up. And it was, I think it was terrifying for people to know that they were being flown into somewhere and not knowing what was going to happen. But as word got back to us when the other flights were coming in, that the Boulder Municipal Airport was really taking very good care of all of our community members. I think that gave us all a sense of peace about it all.
That was the biggest rescue airlift since Katrina, and as one of the members of the Army told me, it was also the biggest pet rescue by air ever in the history of the nation. So we're here to celebrate all these things, the role of the airport and all the rescue workers, the nonprofits, the city staffs, and the county staff, and the Colorado National Guard and the U.S. Army.
We were really happy to give them some recognition for what they did. I mean, it was amazing. I was out here last fall and saw the helicopters coming in with the people being rescued from the mountains who were cut off and couldn't get out any other way. And it was just an amazing thing to be a part of. And so today, luckily the rescue operations are over, but just wanted to really give thanks to all those people who participated in helping us here in Boulder County.
Jamestown resident Jody Sharp was one of the people rescued by United States Army Chief Warrant Officer James Dowdy.
So I feel so grateful, and I lost my house that morning. I woke up and my house was gone, so I was in a state of shock. I still kind of feel it right now, but the sound of helicopters now just feels like help is on the way, you know? So I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Starting on June 23rd, you'll need to plan in advance if you use Flagstaff Road during the week. Due to flood repairs, the road will be closed to motorists and cyclists from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday.
During the flood of 2013, over 150-foot section of Flagstaff Road that you see here was washed away by the flood. So we've been working with engineers on a better design process for the future, and what we're going to do now is install actually a 200-foot section of bridge that will span this section now instead of just the concrete roadway, because the actual substrate underneath the road has washed away. It'll be open on the weekends, so nobody will be able to get through during the work hours because we'll have large cranes and lots of heavy equipment on the side of the road that is still good.
It's going to be closed to foot traffic. It's going to be closed to bicycle traffic. That will impact the people going up Flagstaff. The second impact we may have are people talking about parking the cars down below the closure. That may impact some parking in the area of 6th and Baseline. Our plan on that is to handle the parking complaints as we would any other parking complaint.
Again, starting on June 23rd, Flagstaff Road will be closed to all travelers from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The project is eligible for federal recovery money and is expected to last through November. For information about alternate routes and project updates, log on to bouldercounty.org/transportation. It's summertime, and while that means lots of good things, there is at least one that we could do without: mosquitoes. The city's mosquito efforts include regular testing of the insects for the West Nile virus, and last week the test showed the first positive hits. 2 mosquitoes were identified as having the potential to transmit the West Nile virus. One was captured at Tom Watson Park and another was captured at Christensen Park. Mosquitoes infected with West Nile virus aren't typically seen this early in the summer, so it's important that we all take action to reduce breeding sites and avoid bites. You can help by regularly inspecting your property and making sure to empty or drain any item that contains standing water, and keep your window screens in good repair. Avoid mosquito bites by not going outside from dusk until dawn when mosquitoes are most active, or make sure you wear long sleeves and pants, and always use an effective mosquito repellent that contains DEET. For more information about the city's mosquito control program, log on to bouldercolorado.gov/IPM. There are many exciting changes transforming the main branch of the Boulder Library this summer. But for one program in particular, transformation is nothing new. The Boulder Reads program has matched volunteer tutors with learners to develop their literacy, comprehension, and reading skills for 26 years. Their mission is to help people of all ages discover the power and joy of reading.
Reading for information is very important in your life, but also being able to lose yourself in a book and really see the value of enrichment that reading can provide, and really a gateway to what we're doing here at Boulder Public Library for community members who may not know it's here or know how to access it yet.
Whether it's reading your first novel, learning how to use a computer, or take GED prep classes, Boulder Reads doesn't put a time limit on developing your skills.
We have learners who have been with us for over 10 years. We don't graduate people out of Boulder Reads. As long as they're working on their goals and they're being successful, we're here to support them.
The program is free and confidential and continues to be successful because of one very important reason.
Our volunteers are the lifeblood of Boulder Reads. They do the actual one-on-one instruction and make the difference with the folks that they work with.
The next volunteer training for Boulder Reads will take place in late August through mid-September. Volunteers need to commit to a minimum of 6 months, complete a 15-hour tutor training, meet regularly with learners at the library or another public space, and plan lessons. You can apply to be a volunteer anytime by filling out the application at boulderreads.org. You're invited to bring the whole family, including your pets, to McGuckin Hardware this weekend. McGuckin has welcomed leash dogs and other pets in the store since it opened in 1978, but this Saturday will be their very first pet expo. From 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., food and treat vendors, trainers, photographers, adoption services, and more will be on site. McGuckin Hardware is located at 2525 Arapahoe Avenue. Thank you for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.